Good morning. Good morning. I am David Steele Figueiredo, President of Woodbury University. It is my pleasure to welcome you to today's 134th graduation ceremonies. Now singing our national anthem will be Brighton Thomas, a graduate of John Burroughs High School in Burbank, accompanied by Tyler Kilmer of the Sonny Paxson Band.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Brighton and Tyler, for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem. I would now like to invite Dr. Joan Marquez to the podium to give the invocation. Please remain standing.
In gratitude, we are gathered today to rejoice in this moment before resuming our way, to reflect on the progress we made since our birth, and to appreciate the miracle of walking on earth. We ask for mindfulness on the path ahead, for tolerance and insight as life's path we tread, to make our impression, but do so with care, with awareness and compassion as our gifts to share, to infuse some acceptance throughout our ambition so that we can fulfill a gratifying mission. Together we've traveled. Now it's time to move on and explore the opportunities to which we are drawn. But first, let's be together in gratitude today to rejoice in this moment before resuming our way.
Please be seated. Now I would like to introduce the stage party, Mr. Austin Budner. Today's graduation speaker, also Mr. Greg Lippy, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Maria Miranian, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Members of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Dulari Amin, Dr. Zelda Gilbert, Ms. Karen Locke, Dr. Walt Mosier, and Mr. Ed Spiegel. Mr. Randy Stauffer, Senior Vice President, Academic Affairs. Ms. Rita Gatton, Associate Vice President, Academic Affairs. Mr. Dustin Bertlinger, Interim Dean of Students. Ms. Ingelo Walrus Ritter, Dean of the School of Architecture. Dr. Joan Marquez, Dean of the School of Business. Ms. Sue Vasella, Dean of the School of Media, Culture, and Design. And Dr. Douglas Kramer, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. To the class of 2018, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this wonderful ceremony. I congratulate you on this major accomplishment in your life. I also extend congratulations to your family and friends who have supported you along the way and are present here today to witness this great event. I truly understand the pride and the joy that you are now feeling. Without saying too much more, let's begin today's program. It is my pleasure to call Mr. Randy Stauffer up to the podium to introduce the student speakers for the class of 2018.
Thank you, David. It is my pleasure to introduce the student speakers for the class of 2018. Woodbury is proud to serve our communities, local, national, and global, by educating the next generation of civic and professional leaders and change agents. Our first speaker this morning is Jorge Mendez Barcelo, a Master of Business Administration major. Please join me in welcoming Jorge to the stage.
Good morning, and congratulations, class of 2018. Like many students at Woodbury, I also have an accent, so please bear with me. Before I begin, I would like to give my mother and all the mothers here a happy early Mother's Day. Mamá, feliz Día de las Madres. Okay. Thank you, members of the board, President Steele, faculty, fellow students, and anybody who woke up today at 6 a.m. to grab a seat in the audience. After today, we become a family of Woodbury University graduates, a family that has existed since 1884. We reach for our dreams, just like so many students did before us. For this, I am incredibly honored to speak before you today. I want to thank all of you, not only for being part of this joyous celebration, but also for helping us along the way. Please, let's give everybody a round of applause. You all deserve it. To share my short story, I came to this country 10 years ago. I spoke no English, I had no job, and I had no money. I left my parents in Mexico, and I came to this country hoping that I could do better. In this country, I learned to be self-sufficient. And after 8 years of working hard and studying, I earned my bachelor's degree, and I became an accountant. Thank you. Before I began my MBA at Woodbury, I thought that the real purpose of a higher education was for me to get a better job. Woodbury University taught me that I was wrong. You see, back then, I drove under the impression that our world was deeply broken and that it was not my job to fix it. Woodbury University taught me that I was wrong. I thought that the power of one person could not make an impact in the world. Once again, Woodbury taught me that I was wrong. Woodbury University reminded me that as kids, we're encouraged to believe that we can change the world. However, as we grow older, we forget this concept. We're so embedded in our daily routines that we forget. We forget about our society. We forget about helping others. We forget that we're not in this world just to live and die. With everything that has happened recently, the mass shootings, problems with North Korea, and to top it off, the United States doesn't even qualify for the FIFA World Cup anymore. After all of this, we have neglected that we should be united to take on these problems. From ethical leadership classes to complex accounting problems, Woodbury University taught me a new way to see the world. It taught me that a simple gesture of kindness can lead to a charity. It taught me that we can find strength on helping others. Woodbury University introduced me to new concepts. It introduced me to new people. Said in another manner, it taught me how I should live my life, how the power of one person can make a world of opportunities, a world of prosperity, and a world of kindness. This was my experience at Woodbury University. I stand before you as an MBA graduate who's now ready to take on the world and change it. Today, I'm not just another Mexican immigrant who will probably upset President Trump. Today, I am a Woodbury University alumni. Thank you. Gandhi said, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." I say, go be the change that you want your kids to see in the world. Make sure that the kid that you once were is proud of the adult that you are today. Thank you, Woodbury University. And before I leave, I want to thank my friends because they have become the siblings that I never had. Gabby, I love you. Thank you, Woodbury University, and goodbye. It's been real, it's been fun, and it's been real fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. Our next speaker is Veronica Therese Santos, a communications major. Please join me in welcoming Veronica to the stage.
Before I begin, I'd like to thank everyone who made it possible for me to stand before you today. My professors, mentors, staff, friends, family, all of whom I am endlessly indebted to. Thank you. Despite all of life's uncertainties, one thing is for sure in mind. I am not the same as I was when I first arrived at Woodbury. As a child, my dreams were simple, or so I thought. I wanted to become a writer and move to New York. Naively, I was under the impression that through passion and hard work alone, the rest would simply fall into place. But life had a different plan for me. For the first 3 years after high school, I could only afford to attend community college to collect credits until I figured it out. I'd grown exhausted and impatient with the uncertainty of everything. Little did I know, the entire trajectory of my life would change upon the great, miraculous discovery of the school one afternoon at a college fair. Upon my arrival at Woodbury, I instantly felt a rare sense of home. In my classes, I felt a great sense of acceptance and empathy between myself, my peers, and my professors. I not only felt heard, but just as importantly, I felt seen. Suddenly, I wasn't just another face in a sea of hundreds in a lecture hall. In my media class that explored the idea of identity, I felt empowered to speak up and embraced myself as a feminist. In my cultural studies class, I was encouraged to approach the coursework through my perspective as a minority and an immigrant. And in my screenwriting classes, I was emboldened to tell stories that were personal, ones that I'd never felt extremely confident about exploring. The shy kid in me had started to come out of her shell, all because of the kind of relationships one can build only in a place as special as this one. As a woman, as a person of color, and as an immigrant, I never imagined myself actually pursuing my lifelong love for cinema. Today, I have a job at Bad Robot, a production company that has made a few films that you might have heard of: Star Trek, Cloverfield, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. For as long as I can remember, storytelling has always been an essential thread in the fabric of my identity. But I never really considered filmmaking as a career possibility that was open to me. It always seemed like an abstract idea, but not a real option. Growing up, I'd never seen any filmmakers or storytellers that looked like me. I credit my professors and peers here for helping me gain confidence in the specificity of my identity. As a woman, a Filipino American, an immigrant, I can now believe that I indeed can change the world through my stories too. It was Woodbury that lit that fire in me and led me on this path I'd always dreamt of walking. I don't know where I'd be if my path had led me to a different school, but I do know that I would not alter a single thing. My gratitude to the incredible people in this institution is boundless, and I'm forever changed because of them, because of all of you. So, congratulations, class of 2018. Here's to life's uncertainties, for every single one of them has led all of us here today, changed and better than we were before, ready to change the world before us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge and Veronica. Let us again acknowledge the stirring remarks of our student speakers and give them, please, a rousing hand of applause. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you today's speaker, Mr. Austin Buhner. Austin Buhner was appointed superintendent of the Los Angeles Unified School District on May 1st of this year. He is the founder of Vision to Learn and is the former publisher and CEO of the Los Angeles Times and the San Diego Union Tribune. He was the 14th publisher in the 133-year history of the Times, the 11th publisher in the 146-year history of the Union Tribune, and the first person to serve in both roles. In 2010, Buhner accepted a $1 annual salary to serve as first deputy mayor and job czar for the city of Los Angeles. In that role, he oversaw the policy and operations of 13 city departments, ranging from the Los Angeles World Airports, the Port of Los Angeles, and the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, to the departments of Planning, Building and Safety, and Housing and Homeless. Please welcome Mr. Austin Buhner to the podium to deliver the graduation address.
Good morning. I want to start by thanking Woodbury University Board of Trustees, their chair, Greg Lippy, and the faculty for the honor of addressing you here today. Let me start with the first and probably most important thing I'm going to say today, which is to talk a little bit about gratitude. And my comments are going to start with the parents. You've gone above and beyond anything your kids could have expected from you, including following them on Instagram when they started school. If they haven't followed you yet, I'm still waiting for my kids to accept my request on Facebook. But seriously, the most important thing I'd like to do is to ask everyone who is graduating today to turn with me, face the audience, and applaud those who brought you here to this day and supported you. Graduates, if you remember nothing else today, please remember to thank those who have supported you in your studies and will support you in your life. Class of 2018, congratulations. Countless hours of lectures, research, and hard work got you here today. Today, however, is much more than a recognition of your hard work. You must now take on the mission of Woodbury University to improve the quality of life of people and communities around the globe. As Jorge said, you have a much, much bigger mission. And I know I speak for everyone here when I say we can't wait to see what you do next. Seriously, we actually can't wait. We don't need to look too much further than the mood of the electorate now around the country to know many, many people are not happy with the status quo. Our country is undergoing a dramatic transition driven in two parts: demographics and technology. On the whole, these are both very, very good things. Our nation's embrace of people of all walks of life from anywhere in the world has made our country great. New tools and technologies have improved the quality of life for all who live here. But changing demographics and new technologies are also creating new problems and creating the need for new solutions to deal with the changing landscape. Right here in Los Angeles, you've had the great fortune of receiving a world-class education in the heart of a global city. You're surrounded by a diversity of people and ideas. Our diversity has set an example for the nation to follow when it comes to tolerance and acceptance. Los Angeles is a city where over 200 languages and dialects are spoken, a city home to 1.5 million foreign-born people, a city where more than half the children in public schools have parents born in other countries, a city where you can enjoy Korean barbecue, Salvadoran pupusas, and of course, kale, all on the same block. The city has welcomed immigrants for generations. All of you worked hard, studied hard, and as immigrants and first generations Americans, many are sitting amongst you. And one, me, is speaking to you right now. California's immigrants are producing the technology and the innovation that's changing the world. California is now the 5th largest economy in the world, and Los Angeles, if it were a country, would be in the G20. Yes, California is where America comes to see its future, yet here in Los Angeles, more than 25% of the workforce, 25% of those with jobs, live in poverty. It's been 50 years since President Johnson declared a war on poverty, yet today more Americans live in poverty than ever before. I'd be remiss today if I didn't offer some suggestions and a bit of advice. My first bit of advice: be honest. It seems basic, but candor is a trait too often missing in many public conversations today. Each of my children played soccer as a child, and at the end of the season, all of them received a big trophy for participating. That might be okay for youth soccer, but it's not okay for government. A candid diagnosis of the problem won't substitute words like "we are making progress," "we are working on it," for "we don't have an answer," or "we're falling short." As a first-generation American, I had the good fortune of growing up during one of the most prosperous periods in our nation's history. I grew up in a safe neighborhood. I went to public school at a time when American public education was considered the best in the world. I found jobs along the way, including a delivery truck for a florist in high school. When you visit every house in your neighborhood, in that small town delivering flowers on Valentine's Day, you have a very good sense of what's happening in the community around you. I was Instagram 30 years before it existed. But many of the conditions I grew up in are changing. We're entering a new world, a new gilded age of the haves and the have-nots. Income and wealth inequality is on the rise, and America's middle class is contracting. Just here in California, the per capita median income in San Francisco is 50% higher than here in Los Angeles. We used to only see gaps like that when comparing America to the less developed world. The majority of children in public school now live in poverty, the first time in our nation's history. And they're struggling to perform, perpetuating the cycle of poverty. In Los Angeles Unified, more than 2/3 of the students are not proficient in math. If math is the language of a digital economy, the language of future and opportunity, that's not acceptable. About 2/3 of the kids are not proficient in reading. My mom was a reading teacher. Learn to read, read to learn. That's not acceptable. We have to do more. Now, back in Los Angeles for a moment, let me share a couple of the challenges we face right here in home, in addition to the need for better economic opportunity and better public schools. Violent crime has been rising each of the last 4 years. It's not satisfactory to say to the victims, but crime is still much lower than it was 20 years ago. The population of homelessness is rising in Los Angeles, and no solution is in sight. Despite a fair amount of hand-wringing, absent a significant change in our approach, the problem will not solve itself. So if we're being honest, the challenge of how to address deeply rooted poverty in our country is one the baby boomer generation hasn't made much progress on. We're counting on you to apply what you've learned, your smarts, your dedication, and your fresh thinking to help solve these problems. And we need you to be honest and start by recognizing we have not made enough progress. My second bit of advice is to be careful about looking for faster horses. If you'd ask most transportation experts in the early 1900s what was needed to solve the transportation issues in our communities at that time, they would have said faster horses. Not one would have mentioned the car as a solution, and keep that in mind as you pursue a career in the digital economy. Your smartphones have replaced watches, cameras, calculators, flashlights, and the mailman. Combining all these devices into your pockets have made your lives better and your pockets a little bit lighter. The introduction of ride-sharing apps for those of these mobile devices is changing the world, but changing the world in lots of different ways. It's changing the work status of drivers. It's changing the culture of our major cities. The good news, when ride-sharing apps are introduced, there are fewer DUIs, fewer accidents. Automated driving could save lives by removing human error from our roads. The conversation quickly becomes more profound when one looks outside the doors and windows of the vehicle. Nearly 3 million men today work as drivers. That accounts for about 5% of males in the labor force, many of whom can see their jobs handed over to a driverless vehicle. To put those numbers in perspective, the number one job in about half the states in this country is as a driver of trucks, buses, livery, and the like. Now let's get a little bit deeper. Let's come closer to home in our community. Driverless cars won't get parking tickets. They won't need to pay to park at a meter, and they won't speed. The city of Los Angeles takes in more than $300 million a year in tickets, parking, and parking fines, about 5% of the budget. The city better be thinking now about how to replace those revenues or be forced to cut services as revenues fall. Automated driving will require new technology, new infrastructure, new engineering. A driverless truck carrying fruits and vegetables from California to Ohio in the winter won't stop at night to allow the driver to rest. So the consumer benefit of these various rideshare apps and technologies, driverless vehicles, is obvious. The cost to society, much more complex, and will be borne by both society and individuals. Workers still need good-paying jobs which benefit from this new economy, but the solutions won't be simple, and faster horses won't do the trick. My final piece of advice: go after big problems, but recognize many of them are comprised of small parts. The old adage, how to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So let's revisit this issue of poverty again and look at one of the factors which can cause a child to be left behind. I spoke earlier of the startling fact that half the kids in public schools in America today live in poverty. What if I told you that 20% of those students lack the glasses they need to see the board, read a book, or participate in class? 1 in 5 can't see to count the fingers on my hand from the back of the classroom. And what if I told you this happens here in California, right here in Los Angeles, not Timbuktu and Mali? Far too many children lack the basic necessities they need to arrive at school ready to learn. And in low-income communities, most kids who need glasses do not have them. It's harder to succeed if you don't have those glasses. A few years ago, I started a not-for-profit called Vision to Learn to solve this problem by bringing the glasses to the kids at schools. This effort, born and bred right here in Los Angeles, has become a model for the nation. Vision to Learn now serves kids in 242 cities across the country and has provided more than 100,000 kids with the glasses they need, all free of charge to the children, their families, and the schools. The good news, that's good. That's good. The good news is kids who receive those glasses, their grades improved about 10%. Kind of intuitively obvious to this audience. Provide a child what they need, they will succeed. The scary news, almost 70% of the children who enter the Texas juvenile detention system have uncorrected vision issues. 20% should need glasses. 70% who enter the juvenile detention system have uncorrected vision issues. You ask why? Well, it's kind of simple, actually. A first grader who needs glasses misdiagnosed as a behavior problem. Sit still, Greg. Behavior problem. A fourth grader is misdiagnosed as a slow learner, probably sold something not so polite by their classmates or those around him. And by 8th grade, that child who receives nothing but negative feedback will drop out and find reward on the street. So think of Vision to Learn as a simple solution for a problem with very profound consequences. Now, Vision to Learn started with an honest diagnosis of the problem, came up with a solution, a new solution, a car, if you will, not a faster horse, and it focuses on a small part of a much bigger problem where it can make an impact. And it was born and bred right here in Los Angeles. I kind of like the sound of that. Like many of you, I'll soon take on a new job when I become the superintendent of Los Angeles Unified School District next week. I start my day Tuesday, my first day at 5 a.m. at the bus depot. I welcome any of you to join me. I'll finish my day about 8 o'clock in an adult ed class. Now, why? It's actually simple. About 700,000 students depend on Los Angeles Unified to give them a great education. I'm a public school kid. I would not be here today without my great public education. Now, the district faces many well-chronicled challenges. Stubborn gaps in helping students realize their potential. The need to better address students, schools, and communities that are most disadvantaged. And large and looming budget deficits, just to name a few. But it's my honor and privilege to lead this effort and to deliver on the trust parents place every day when they take their child to school, much as my parents did a generation ago. My dad came to this country as a child. His family was fleeing the horrors of the Nazis and hoping for a better life in America. He studied, became an engineer, worked in a factory floor as a supervisor, and instilled in me the value of hard work and commitment. I can't recall his ever missing a day of work. My mom was a reading teacher, taught in those same schools I attended, and inspired me to love reading. It's my great public education which gave me that foundation which brought me here today. Now, students, as you embark on your journey today, remember the work you will do matters. Remember Jorge's words. It will matter to those around you. It will matter to the children who will no longer have to face obstacles to a good education or a good paying job. So please, please, take the mission of Woodbury University to heart and work to improve the quality of life of others. We're counting on you. Good luck. Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Butner. Please join me in thanking our speaker for his excellent remarks. Mr. Butner, please remain here with us, and I would like to bring our Chair of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Greg Lippy, to the podium for the presentation of an honorary degree.
Thank you, David. Congratulations, class of 2018. Earlier in his career, Austin Butner worked at the Blackstone Group, and at the age of 29, he became the firm's youngest partner. He left Blackstone to serve in the U.S. government, where he led efforts to help Russia transition to a market economy after the collapse of the Soviet Union. In 1996, he helped found Evercore Partners, where as president and co-CEO, he helped build the company into one of the leading independent investment banks in the world. Austin retired from Evercore in 2008 after suffering serious injuries, including a broken neck, in a mountain biking accident. Since his recovery, he's devoted his time to civic pursuits. In 2012, he created Vision to Learn, the national organization he described in his speech, which provides eye exams and glasses to children in low-income communities. Austin currently serves on the boards of the California Nature Conservancy, the Mammoth Mountain Community Foundation, the National Park Foundation, and the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Team Foundation. He's a fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, a member of the Council on Foreign Relations, and former chairman of the board of Cal Arts and the Broad Stage. And in his spare time, he's taught courses on ethics, leadership, and effective government at Harvard Business School, CSUN, USC Price School, and UCLA Anderson School of Business. On a personal note, Austin is just an all-around great guy, and I'm honored to be his friend. Let's give him another hand. And now, President Steele. It's my great pleasure to present Mr. Austin Butner for the honorary degree, Doctor of Education.
By the authority vested in me by the bylaws of Woodbury University and the approval of the designation by the Woodbury University Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you, Austin Butner, the honorary degree of Doctor of Education. please join me again in congratulating Dr. Buettner. Randy?
At this time, the departmental honors for the class of 2018 will be presented. Departmental honors are bestowed upon those completing their degrees this semester. They have achieved the highest scholastic record in their major. When your name is called, please come to the left side of the stage. Dr. Steele, please join me in congratulating these students. Will the candidates who are to receive departmental honors and awards please come forward? In accounting, Evelina Mushakanian. Evelyn Mushakanian. In animation, Haley Renee Weed. In architecture, Michael Lee Chin. In communication, Susanna Guan. In fashion design, Melissa Zarate. In fashion marketing, Nicole Persagian. In filmmaking, Anastasia Mikalova. In graphic design, Brianna Alyssa Pong. In interdisciplinary studies, Ksenia Barbara Maximova. In interior architecture, Rawan Mohammed Amajed. In leadership, we have two, Michael Massini and Kari Rodriguez. That's Mikal. Sorry. In management, we have Abdul Rahman Khalid Alabaikin. In marketing, we have Adela Rebecca Davtian. In media technology, we have Joseph Allen Medina. In professional writing, we have Devin Renee Hendricks. And in psychology, we have Kanarik Aratiunian. President Steele and Deans, it is now my honor and pleasure today to present candidates in our graduate programs. In addition to receiving their certificates, they received a hood designating the area of study by the color of the velvet and the graduate degree granting institution by the color of the satin. As I call each degree program, please rise and remain standing until everyone receiving a master's degree is called. Will the candidates for the master degree, Master of Architecture, please rise? Will the candidates for the degree, Master of Arts, please rise? Will the candidates for the degree, Master of Business Administration, please rise? Will the candidates for the degree, Master of Science in Architecture, please rise and remain standing? And will the candidates for the degree, Master of Science in Real Estate Development for Architects, please rise and remain standing?
Candidates for graduation, Woodbury University will now confer your master's degree. Upon the recommendation of the faculty to the Board of Trustees, and by its mandate, I confer upon you the master's degree in your discipline with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations to all of you.
I invite Ms. Ingela Walrus-Ritter, Dean of the School of Architecture, and her department chairs to join her on stage in awarding the master's degrees. Could the chairs go on stage for the programs in the order as follows: Master of Architecture, Master of Science in Architecture, Master of Science in Real Estate Development for Architects, and Master of Interior Architects. Graduates, after you receive your certificates, you shake hands with the president, your picture will be taken, and then you'll proceed down the stairs to the right.
Amy Simonson Sorger, sorry. Congratulations. Sit down. Hi, Amy. Amy number 2. Amy Kararat Kitasoros. Audrey Louise Borger. Congratulations. Jay Wu Ryan Kim. Luis G. Chavez. Y. Patrick Yip. That's it. Gina L. Congratulations. Good job.
Gavin Lee Freehoff. Nareen Hakopian. Maria Clara Gradinario. Daniel Dow. Michael Samuel Krako. Congrats. You want the G? Luce Ayan. Khalid Saleh Kurdi. I'm going to just do first and last. Luai Bantan.
Shahat Abdullah Al-Mazroa. Sylvia Shivkova. Congratulations.
Thank you. I invite Dr. Joan Marquez, Dean of the School of Business, and her department chair to join her on the stage in awarding the master's degrees.
Lisa Lorraine Jack. Congratulations. Jacqueline Michelle Martinez. Congratulations. Patricia G. Para. Saja Abdullah Al Madini. Congratulations. Mungshi Chan. Congratulations. Jack Anthony Condon. Thank you. Thank you. Leon D. Hines Jr. Siddhi Nair. Jorge A. Mendez Barcelo. Congratulations. Jackie Cristina Lopez. Congratulations. Karina Pilar Lema. Congratulations. Sophia Diop. Aaron Matovos. Abhinav Raju Samane. Congratulations. Anas Al-Tamimi. Congratulations. Posant Wache Barbrian. Congratulations. William Corey. Faisal Muhammad Al-Suwalaim. Artunian S. Torosian. Congratulations. Mary Clarence Del Fonte. Congratulations. Liam Patrick Kelly. Congratulations. Congratulations. Dalar Petrosian. Helena Margot Memoriam. Congratulations. Arminoi Amy Gasabian. Congratulations. George F. Takla. Faisal Muhammad M. Al-Qahtani. Congratulations. Thank you. Tina Kapushian. Congratulations. Nina Babayan. Congratulations. Arevik Anhet Armenikian. Congratulations. Robert Persamian. We did it. Ida Bolatian. Ani Idingian. Congratulations. Never use last names. Okay, fine. Stephanie P. Gajian. Thank you. Ovsana Kacherian. Thank you. Khanum Diana Markashian. Thank you. Lily Tankasjian. Congratulations. Osana Madanian Aquasian. Balkis Bandar Al Hasmi. Congratulations. Magadi Diggajarian. Congratulations. Last name you have to. Melanie Digorzian Malhami. Okay. Congratulations. Norvik Zodurian. Congratulations. How are you doing? Okay. Anastasia Bolotina. Congratulations. Fred Zaveri.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Doug Kramer, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, and his department chair in awarding the master degrees.
So long, Dr. Shaka. Hello, Doctor.
It's okay. Alice Naomi Moore. Congratulations. One more? We have one more.
Okay.
Where's the other one? No?
Thank you. Okay, it is my honor to acknowledge those undergraduates who are graduating with honors as signified by the twin gold cords. I will ask each of the groups to stand so we can pay tribute. Graduating cum laude requires a cumulative GPA average of 3.5 to 3.69. Graduates with the honor cum laude, please stand for our salute. Graduating magna cum laude requires a cumulative GPA average of 3.7 to 3.89. Graduates with the honor magna cum laude, please stand for our salute. And then lastly, graduating summa cum laude requires a cumulative GPA average of 3.9 to 4.0. Graduates with the honor summa cum laude, please stand for our salute. Now I will call out the degrees. Please remain standing as I call out the degrees to be conferred. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Architecture please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts please rise? And finally, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science please rise and remain standing? Now David will confer the degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty to the Board of Trustees, and by its mandate, I confer upon you the baccalaureate degree in your discipline with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations to all of you.
I would like to once again invite Ms. Ingela Walrus-Ritter, Dean of the School of Architecture, and her department chairs to join her on stage in awarding the degrees. Chairs, could you go up in the following order? Chair of Architecture and Chair of Interior Architecture.
Well, I just noticed it is. Christopher John Hubila. Congratulations. Rivan Karim. Paul Jonathan Esteban, cum laude. Marcel Rico.
Thank you.
Nayeli Millet. Regina Amirova, cum laude.
Jennifer Shauna Partlow. Alexandra Stephanie Rodriguez.
Hello, congratulations.
Jocelyn Lisbeth Lara.
Congratulations.
Rashawn Jerome Bonner. Carlos DeMarcus Holmes. Johnny Jovanes Sarkisian. Philip Daniel Snow. Miguel Angel Perez. Christian James Hidalgo. Eddie Ramirez. Anthony Rodriguez. John Edward Estrada. Congratulations, John. Alexandra Nicole Holguin. Yuri Emmanuel Bernab. Esteban Marceliano Serna. Talon Delanian. Congratulations. Aruzik Sepinosian cum laude. Alexis M. Garcia. Crystal Paola Marquez. David Mauricio. Here we go. Andres Villalobos. Good job, Andres. Sorry, I butchered that one. Okay. Jason Ephraim Bravo, magna cum laude. Bradley Matthew Thomas. Angel Di Romana. Sorry, Angel. Hello. Corey Min Pham. Congratulations. Dylan Chase Bakar, cum laude. Look at you. Helga Kies Quiroga. Sorry. Jody Lee Balster. Jose Luis Delgado. Hana Hani Nguyenko. Is that okay? Michael Lee Chin, magna cum laude. Zaiming Sun. Alexander Kim, magna cum laude. Okay. Ronnie D. Rubio. Andrew Joshua and Sierra. Congratulations. Angie Lee. Thank you. Ruwei Yin. Thank you, Ruwei. Congratulations. Mint Toon. Congratulations, Mint. That's great. Faisal Mahed Alohali. Michelle Soliman Al-Solai. Obdi Rafael Barrera Pantoja. Congratulations. Hi. Zingbai Zhang. I keep this. Congratulations. You really want it, okay. Barsuran Batugs. Hi, Tiona. Ziki Tiona Chan. Congratulations, Tiona. Oh, I missed cum laude there. So. Lynette Gukasarian. Sorry if I didn't do that one so well. Oh, I could. Christina Hakopian. Congratulations, Christina. Hello. Abdulaziz Ayed Abbas. Khalid Adnan Belgonaim. Thank you. Hassan Al-Dujabar Al-Momin. Hey, I get one too. Abdullah Ahmed Alamani. Thank you. Ali Hussein Hakami. You made it. Abdulaziz Mohammed Al-Rumayan. Ruba Hamed Fatani. Nuf Muhammad Al-Qaldi. Azen E. Sumi. Tina Kalantri. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, here we go. Good. Abdullah bin Fahad Al-Sania.
Ahmad Saleh Abu Zaid. Nura Abdullah bin Shaikh. Jean Marquez. Tina Sorabian. Sabrine Suhair Al-Shawa. Oops. Shamaine Morihon, cum laude. Grace Scaglione. Congratulations. Sung-hee Hannah Lee. Angela Perea Martinez. Wat Fahad Al-Tharwa. Rawan Muhammad Al-Mahed, magna cum laude. Hadil Rafia Al-Hamed. Marion Ponce. Imelda Daniel. Congratulations. Shahrazad Kezri.
And now I would like to invite Ms. Sue Vasella, Dean of the School of Media, Culture, and Design. I'm sorry. I would like to invite Joan Marquez, Dean of the School of Business, and her department chairs to join her on stage.
Salman Abdul Karim Al Jazeer. Hey Han. Nataline Matitosian. Evelina Musakanian, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
Joshua Siddharthi Sodiono, cum laude. Anush Markarian, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
Andrew Illingworth, magna cum laude.
Congratulations.
Anatoly Terev, magna cum laude.
Congratulations. Switch.
Lauren Catherine Ellis, magna cum laude. Kira Korsten Frankel, cum laude. Gabriella Georgina Wheeler. Oh my God. I'll start crying. Alexandra Danielle Thomas. Natalie Rose Beerwinger, cum laude. Nicole Parsigian, magna cum laude. Oh my God. I'm all nervous. Robbie Catherine Rossi. Gianna Reedy Mascari, cum laude. Rachel Arlen Schaefer. Jia Wei Sha. Talia Lepagian. Oh, thank you. Ashley Marie Wise. Nicole Annie Usman. Adele Rebecca Dafadian, cum laude. All right, Sood, here we go. Sood Al-Turki. Woo!
Finally.
Alexis Vivian Mendez, cum laude. Christina Cornell, cum laude. Tong Chin. Yueti Wang. Hai Lam Kwan. Diane Ferviswa. Is it?
Brandon Christopher Lopez.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Jessica Suhua Tsao, summa cum laude. Eric William All, cum laude. Congratulations. Kimberly Victoria Chirino. Vartan Tashtian. Vartan Baranyan. Eric Thomas Johnson. Kevin Nicholas Concepcion, cum laude. Sultan Abdullah Al Sultan. Congratulations. Mila Anahitsahinian, magna cum laude. Abdul Rahman Khalid Alabaikan, summa cum laude. Danny Martin Morales. That's okay. Chisiang Heng, magna cum laude. Is that okay? Joel Castillon. Congratulations. Joshua Craig Atlas. Congratulations. You're gonna walk twice. Timothy Duke Bates, magna cum laude. Stephen Anthony Rodriguez. Congratulations. How do you want me to say it? Chunky Zhang. Sean Abdul Shakur, summa cum laude. Congratulations. How do you want me to say it? Yao Du. Meshari Nasser Ben Saidan. Congratulations. Salman Ali Al-Khaldi. Congratulations. Ayub Fauzi Sabri. Georgia Henry Satanaman, cum laude. Shinje Tong. QZ Zhao. Raymond Chi.
Thank you, Dr. Holt. Dinner as my name. Hello, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir. Hello, Ms. Berloni. Thank you so much. Dr. Marquez, I love you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Seriously. Seriously, thank you.
Adonia Giovanna Malfitano. Congratulations. Tahani Salam Alali.
Now I would like to invite to the stage Ms. Sue Vasella, Dean of the School of Media, Culture, and Design, and her department chairs to join her on this stage in awarding the degrees.
Are we ready to go? Okay, this is for Bachelor of Fine Arts in Animation. Catherine Jane Morales, Animation. Oh, I'll keep it. Haley Renee Weed, magna cum laude. Morgan Driana Sly. Miriam Simone. Danielle Jean Bauman. Hi, Danny. Waverly Alonso. Madison Marie Schaefer. Jacqueline Juliette Godin. Ready? Tucker Johnson. See, you did it. Christopher Michael Castile. Brandon Christopher Swafford. Sean Michael Casey. Oh, Perry. Wes Perry Tamuti. Mingquan Hong. Connie Shakba. Okay, let's give it a breathe. Okay. This is for Bachelor of Fine Arts in Game Art and Design, Richard Danielle Deon. I screwed up. Jordan William Scott.
I'm pleased to announce the Bachelor of Arts Students in communication, the first is Aaliyah Thomas, magna cum laude. Congratulations. Madeline Rizzo, Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Kayla Jo Nealand, BA in Communication. Anahit Kardasian, congratulations. I'm going to stop saying the department. Kaylee Megan Wells, Bachelor of Arts Communication. Saying the department. Devin Michael Ward. Jessica Paige Brewer, magna cum laude. Veronica Therese Nix Santos, magna cum laude. Christina Talar Markarian.
Thank you so much.
Elizaveta Grigorieva, cum laude. Elizaveta Moskovicheva, cum laude.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Sorry. It's the one after you. Suleiman Nasser Almagorian.
No worries.
Yes. Alex Godoyan. Okay. Rakan Hassan Almiouf.
Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Fashion Design. Evan Tran, magna cum laude. Alice Ramirez. Miriam Alim. Satini Kalyan Kishishim. Sophie Milikian, magna cum laude. Stephanie Zarate. August Young Wing Chow. Alejandra Marroquin. Melissa Zarate, summa cum laude. Merced Verbena Jackson. Naf Al-Hazmi.
Thank you.
For a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Filmmaking, Bren Richard Andrews.
Oh, I'll keep the.
Ryan Lee Johnson. Kai Dang. J.C. Castro.
Thank you.
Leo Chor. David Matthew Dakane.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Sylvie Marie Gukazarian. Filmmaking cum laude. Anastasia Mikolova. Filmmaking, magna cum laude.
Oh, I keep that.
Oh, God. Killian Vasu Anderson, cum laude. Ernesto Valentino D'Imperio, magna cum laude. Armand Tatsavosian. I skipped it. Okay. Want the third? Joseph Arcaro III.
Desiree.
Ashley Desiree Paz. Deandra Naomi Young.
Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, Mohammad Esma Rajab. Congratulations, my dear. Brianna Elisa Pong, summa cum laude. Congratulations. Elaine Chicas, congratulations. Eric Allah Qali, congratulations. Hello, my dear. Alina Danielians, congratulations. Danny Castaneda, congratulations. Laurel Pauline Fonsnick, magna cum laude, congratulations. Marina Markarian, magna cum laude, congratulations. Sunday Genia Thomas, summa cum laude, congratulations. Olivia Beth Nielte, congratulations, my dear.
Bachelor of Science in Media Technology, Joseph Alan Medina, cum laude. Muhammad Ali Nazmu Saqib, congratulations.
You don't need sunshine for it to be an amazing day. For the Bachelor in Psychology, Andy Dukeshire.
Thank you.
Kanarik Arutunyan, magna cum laude. Jana Sharaponian, magna cum laude. Julie Torres, cum laude. Alejandra Villar. Scholastica Agipo Cruz. Where's my head? Thank you. Autumn Ty Davis.
Now I would like to invite to the stage Dr. Doug Kramer, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, and his department chairs in awarding the degrees.
For the Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, Barney O. Soto. Ksenia Maximova.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Shalona Marie Emery. Congratulations. Carla Renee Jones. Yay! Geneva Ricon. Congratulations. You really want this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. David Clary.
Yeah!
All right. Racina Rayford McClenna. Congratulations. Oh my God. Phelan Rodolph Molina. Congratulations. Michelle Massini. Congratulations. Hermina Navasardian. Congratulations. Stephanie Susanna Milan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Carla Rodriguez. Carrie Rodriguez. Hey. Myra Juarez Reyes. Congratulations. Henry Alberto Montez. Congratulations. Thank you. Coming up. Army Kristana Kogardian. Congratulations. Jerry Bajanian. Congratulations. Yemen Han. Congratulations. Min Tran. Congratulations. You did it. Mary Lou Gonzalez Castanelo. Raymond Afshar. Congratulations. Melanie Michelle Alvarez. Congratulations. Rosario Maria Alonso. Congratulations. Oh, you did it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nora Rocha Shawi.
Thank you.
You did it. Sylvia V. Vasquez. Velasquez. Oh, congratulations. Sorry, tell me that. Lillian Harturian. Congratulations. Did it.
You forgot to say my cum laude.
Cum laude.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Congratulations.
Saperian? Elaine Saperian. Cum laude.
Thank you so much.
You did it. You ready?
At this point, we would like to celebrate the graduation of two students who are no longer with us. Their accomplishments will be remembered by presenting their diplomas to their respective parents. In the Department of Architecture, the Chair of Architecture, Ms. Heather Flood, presents the diploma in the memory of Ernie Alvarez, the Bachelor of Architecture. And now, Dr. Eric Schachman, Chair of Leadership, will present the second diploma in memory of Luis Jonathan Urbina, Bachelor of Arts in Leadership. And finally, we would like to recognize the loss of a valued faculty member, Dr. Craig Keller from accounting. We would like to honor his memory with a moment of silence. Thank you. Finally, we would like to recognize two retiring faculty members who have been awarded the emeritus status, Dr. Robert Bjorklund Dr. Bjorklund taught in the management department. And finally, the former chair of animation, Miss Dory Littell Herrick. And now I'd like to have David Steele come back to this.
We have almost completed this memory and ceremonious day. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the many family members and friends that are here today and have supported our graduates in so many ways. Graduates, let's give them a big round of applause. Faculty, I would like you to stand. Let's applaud in appreciation for their dedication to the academic mission of this institution. Staff and administrators, I would ask that you also stand. Whether behind the scenes or still visible, let us show our appreciation also with a round of applause. Graduates, I would like to pass on some final words of advice. I joined academia as a dean and now as a president after 30 years in the private sector because I had an altruistic streak in me that I wanted to satisfy. Namely, I wanted to give back in some form to society. You, as future alumni, can give back to your alma mater in all sorts of ways, by contributing to the annual fundraising campaign, by volunteering to be mentors to our 27 student organizations. And finally, I urge you to become ambassadors for the university and to spread the word of the great education that you received at Woodbury University. I think that's an omen for the good. It is now my pleasure to bring to the stage our mace bearers, Abdul Rahman Khalid Alabaikan, a graduate from the School of Business, and Brianna Elisa Pong, a graduate from the School of Media, Culture, and Design. Both students are the recipients of this year's Dora E. Kirby Award. Mr. Alabaikan and Ms. Pong have the highest grade point average in this year's graduating class. Please give them a hand of applause. I also invite Alexandra Holkin, an architecture graduate and the student body president, to the stage. I would like to take a moment to recognize the efforts of the associated students of Woodbury University under Alexandra's leadership in having the bust of Mr. Woodbury sculpted and placed in the quad to my left. Ms. Holgan will now have the honor of conducting the tassel turn. As for final instructions, our mace bearers will lead the stage party and the faculty out. Graduates, please remain in your seats until the faculty and stage party have cleared the area. Alexandra.
While this marks the end of our time together, it marks the beginning of a whole new chapter in our lives. No matter where our journey takes us, we will always be united as Woodbury University alumni, and we will never forget the lessons and memories our university has bestowed upon us. Move into your futures with honor, grace, and excellence as a proud member of the alumni ranks. I would like to ask the class of 2018 to please rise. It is with great honor that I ask the class of 2018 to please join me in the ceremonial turning of your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.